Joshua and Dillian Whyte will rematch this August in the latest episode of their bitter rivalry, which culminated in a wild mass brawl during their first fight. AJ and Whyte formed a huge all-British rivalry, when the pair threw down at London's O2 Arena in 2015 with British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles on the line. Now the heavyweight pair will meet for the second time after Joshua's previous win, with Whyte looking for revenge to set his world title ambitions back on track. Stakes are now higher for the pair, with a loss likely to derail either fighter's career, while Joshua could even lose out on a £60 million payday fight against Deontay Wilder. Joshua's second meeting with Whyte was announced this week, with the second meeting set to take place on August 12 at London's O2 Arena. AJ will be looking to continue his bounce back from 2 consecutive defeats to Alexander Usyk, having already outpointed Jermaine Franklin earlier this year to return to the winning column. It will be a significant test for the British heavyweight, who could return to the world-level pedestal with a win and set up a bumper Saudi Arabia clash with Wilder in December. Meanwhile, Whyte failed in his one and only world title shot against Tyson Fury last year, but has since himself beaten Franklin, albeit unconvincingly. A win for the body snatcher will propel him into further big fights, and he will himself be hoping that he can hijack Joshua's Mega Millions showdown with the Bronze Bomber. It will be held at the same venue that staged their first epic clash, when both men were undefeated, and the fight will be shown on DAZN pay-per-view as Matchroom Boxing anticipate huge interest. Joshua has now linked up with trainer Derek James and is confident that this fight will represent a good level of test before going to do battle with the explosive American. If the second fight was anything as eventful as the maiden event, boxing fans are certainly in for a treat. Joshua eventually went on to win the fight with a brutal 7th-round KO, but beforehand was a moment that captured the imagination of fans. The pair left nothing in the tank in a fiery opening round, and Joshua even landed several shots after the final bell. Whyte was left incensed by the shots and charged at Joshua before swinging a wild looping right hand at his rival as the battling continued way beyond the final bell. As referee Howard Foster attempted and failed to keep the pair apart, both fighters' corner teams spilled into the ring and also tried to separate the pair. But all that ensued was chaos, with an ugly melee erupting between both teams, with security also forced to enter the ring during the clash. The moment drew frantic shouting and cheering from the crowd, who were clearly just as fired up as the fighters with the action that threatened complete pandemonium. Whyte went on to describe the moment in a post-fight interview, shouting, "I'm not going to let no one beat down on me. He hit me after the bell, so I retaliated. I ain't no punk."